and welcome back today on our episode of Fellowship of the Swords. We have a really interesting topic today, and we're going to talk about ghosts, the power of ghosts, and can a ghost kill you? So without further ado, my name is Farah Rose Deel, and this is my husband,
Kenneth Deel. Welcome.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What is a ghost, Ken? By definition.
Ghost is a human spirit, plain and simple. It's a person who lived in this world and is now deceased. So their spirit has disconnected with their body. And somewhere their body is in some form or another, rotting in a grave, ashes, and whatever the scenario be, they are formerly a living person.
And they may or may not retain and contain the original shape of the body that they lived in. Yeah. Because some ghosts are disembodied, completely disembodied, and they're white mist and they're vapor, or they're an outline. They don't retain. Some do retain a very detailed, to where people have actually seen like buckles on shoes. I mean, I myself have seen pictures and been able to take pictures of Civil War grounds, and you literally see exactly what the soldier was wearing. There's no explanation for this at all.
Yeah. And the variances is what's, in a way, interesting for the study, too. I'll just give you a few examples of what I've seen. I've seen a fiery face, but it was more like in a grayscale. It wasn't much color.
Was that a ghost?
And, by later studies, because I saw this when I was young, like 10 years old, it was a ghost, and purgatory ghosts have appeared that way. St. Faustina wrote in her diary about a nun who had kind of fallen away from the faith a bit, and she was in purgatory, and she had been seen, just appeared as a disembodied face one day when she was praying, and it had flames around it, and she said had a mass said. She didn't say mass because she's a nun, and the face actually appeared even more kind of like angry, with the flames even brighter, and then she had another mass said, prayers for the deceased, and when it came back again, unexpectedly and so forth. This time it had a glow around it, and it was smiling. But it was a disembodied face. I used to think they were only condemned spirits, but that proves that you can't tell necessarily by its appearance.
Now, can people talk to ghosts?
People can't talk to ghosts.
So I can't talk to a ghost if I want to talk to a ghost?
You can't have conversations with it, but you can ask, what do you want? Such as the encounter that I had when I was younger and 18, and I had the shadow thing show up in the end of my bed, and I said, what do you want?
A good one that Father Ripperger tells in a number of exorcists is that ghosts really are not entitled and not allowed to have any sort of interaction with humans at all unless it is by the express will of God. And as of yet, none of us actually know or can be in the express will of God until the final judgment. So it's very difficult to tell which situation is, that you can be safe in. Can a ghost, Ken, in your experience, can it smack you across the face or hug you?
Well, these lighter touches, there's supposed to be a study that was done back in the 70s, and it says that ghosts, they've proven that the human mind can't move more than 5 pounds of weight. So they also seem to think that every time there was a haunting that wasn't a demonic spirit involved, that only 5 pounds... less than 5 pounds could be manipulated. An ashtray,
the sad thing about humanism,
door.
though, is it doesn't apply to pure spirit. It doesn't apply to pure spirit at all.
Yeah.
In my experience, I have not ever known a ghost to do something harmful except move a beloved, treasured object that did not turn out to be a demon.
Well, they won't be slapping you unless it's like this one woman who... she was actually pulled out of bed and then guided down the hallway as though, get your lazy butt down the hallway. She was directed to her daughter's room, and she had a cord wrapped around her neck from the blinds. And she's choking.
Can that ghost that's wandering around your house, can that ghost kill you or hurt you?
They can kill you if they're under demonic control, but only because it's simple to kill you. That all you have to do is trip you going down a flight of steps. but that would be, you know, by the express will of
But that's
God.
not really exactly. That's
Yeah,
not really a human type spirit. That
have to
is
be-
basically
they have to be able
a
to kill
demonic,
you.
malevolent spirit.
Yeah, they have to be allowed to kill you, and
Yes.
there's a demon puppeting even if he hasn't shown up.
So that's not
a
the will of
condemned
God
spirit.
at all.
Yeah,
And that is not
a good ghost will not, or a spirit that's in
benign.
that's heading to heaven eventually, who's here for whatever lingering
Yes.
learning reason, is not going to slap you. And like I said, unless it's because they need to wake you up to get
Precisely.
you out of a burning house. But no acts of aggression like that are going to come where
No.
they actually seek to harm you. So you've already identified the type of spirit when you find out that this type of activity actually involves harmful, and even what it seems like they could kill you. They could have killed you, but they haven't, because they don't even know when they can't kill you sometimes, and your guardian angel might catch you. You know, such as you glide down the steps the rest of the way. I think I heard a story. Would that be funny if that was you?
So basically, you know, to sum it up, a good ghost cannot kill you or hurt you. A benign spirit, and there is a big difference, and they do exist, and there is evidence. There is thousands of years of evidence. There's tales, and a lot of people think that these are wonderful angels sometimes when they see them, because they oftentimes do something good. And that's what we talk about in another episode, the nature of the spirit. The nature of the spirit will tell you by its fruits what it's good for, whether it's evil or it's benign, it's positive. There's nothing to worry about.
I think the history is, and this is the history, I haven't run any cases like this, the vengeful spirit, you know, you're in the movie Screaming Skull or anything, where, and it's in Japanese culture and all that,
Yes.
is if you kill somebody and then they actually have his dream they're being chased down the hall. You know, or they actually get so frightened they fall over the
Yes.
balcony. But
They have a heart attack. It's like,
yeah,
what the heck is
they kill
going
themselves.
on?
This is
Yes.
you know, an angel of death, and it
Yes.
might be using that spirit to manipulate them, and that could be a
Precisely.
condemned spirit. And it probably is, but they're not going to participate in the death of somebody. God wants to give them time to
Yes.
get their act together before they die. He's not going to take them prematurely. That's why a lot of people are against the death penalty for that reason too.
So
Well,
I
it's
think that pretty
God's
much
time.
sums it up. It is God's will.
Yes.
And on that note, don't forget, battle's been won, Satan's been crushed. If you need some help, Ken and I are here to help you fight the fight. So don't hesitate to call us on our haunted helpline, 573-990-1333. Signing out. Over and out. Swords, or Fellowship of the Swords.
Fellowship of the Swords, www.swordsofstmichael.org, CatholicDemonologist.com. Good night and God bless.